Hey, what up? What's going on? People annoy me. Can I tell you that? Yeah, you're watching. You know what I'm talking about. That'd be rude. I'm tired of it. What up? What up? What's going on? Hey, Regina. How are you? I'm not doing the best. Another rainy, miserable day outside here. I'm getting soaked. And people want to be rude to me. People want to be rude to me. They just don't give a shit. Hey, Isaac. How are you? Mr. Cowboy. What up, man? Lord Nova, how are we today? Listen, I'm going to break it down tonight with Primetime Phil. Not sure what time. I guess we're going to stick with 7 o'clock. I'm probably going to be streaming the Eagle game probably right after or joining in the middle. I don't know. I got to figure all that out. But I'll be streaming. Then Mark. I was talking to Mark, and he's going to be streaming. He might hop on. So, we'll see. A lot going on. But just my quick observation. Obviously, most of you probably saw my video last night. Mr. Cowboy says, we need a power running back. Teams don't fear us inside the 10-yard line. What bothered me the most, listen, we're going to have bad games, okay? We're always going to have bad games. The 4th and 4 call was terrible. Coyote, I saw a stat where it was like 1% difference between going for it and not. I just didn't like it. Like you heard me, I wasn't happy about taking a field goal, but you have to grin and bear it. You got to have to grit your teeth and kick the damn field goal. Instead of forcing it in the end zone. That's what Coyote, this is my thing. Listen, I love Dak. I'm not bailing on Dak. We didn't lose because of the offense. It wasn't great. But when you just give up all those plays I lined out, and we'll break it down again tonight on Primetime Phil, yeah, I agree so over it. When we give up that kind of play on defense, those chunk yardage, time and time again, it opens things up. When your running back runs the ball, it opens things up. Hey, Lady Libra, how are you? Unfortunately, we're going to need, you need a quarterback to bail you out every now and again. And Dak, time and time again, there was a couple of times when I thought he should have just taken a sack and he escaped. And that was great. But there was at least three times where the middle was wide open. He just had to run up the middle. And he went to the outside trying to look downfield. Nothing. Run, Dak. Protect yourself. By all means, protect yourself. But also the defense that Arizona was playing, and I got news for you. Bill Belichick is going to look at the tape, and he's going to do the same thing. They're going to crowd the receivers, okay? The safeties are going to play way back, leaving the middle of the field open. That's why when we ran the ball at times, we got chunk yards because the middle was open. Yet, McCarthy was running all those short little patterns. Listen, we're last in the league for yards per a completion. We're last in the league with yards per, I think it's yards per attempt I was hearing. That means we're throwing everything underneath. The open area was behind the linebackers in the middle of the field. Okay? We did nothing with our seam routes, with our tight ends. Maybe some 12 personnel, Crystal. Some 12 personnel. What up, Jay Smooth? Run some 12 personnel with our tight ends. There was a lot going on. Way too many swing passes. Way too many screens. The open area was 15, 25 yards downfield behind the linebackers, right in the middle. We can't go 2-2. We need to win the East. I totally agree, Alina. I think we're going to win this week. We've won 11 straight home games, I want to say. I could be wrong. It's like 9, 10, 11, something like that. I'm not Mr. Stat Guy. Mr. Cowboy. A TJ Bass did well, and help me out. TJ Bass and the center, Brock Hoffman. Why we started Chuma Edoga at left tackle, I'll never know. Never know. If you don't want to go with Tyler Smith, who played left tackle, out at left tackle, if you don't want to do that, you know, because Edoga is fine at left guard, then you should have played Asim Richards. Asim Richards has done well. I mean, I don't understand. Now, I don't know if that's Mike Solari, and I'm telling you now, Tyron Smith was PO'd that he didn't play. I'm not saying he was not 100%, or he was 100%. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is he looked ticked off like somebody took money out of his pocket. And I told you people, I told this. He gets paid by the game now. What's up, Ruben Walls? If he plays the game, he basically gets $1 million. His contract is upwards of $17 million. Base is 9, and then he gets paid for every game after. So basically, not playing yesterday cost him $1 million. And it looked like that he was mad. Not upset that he was injured, because I've seen Tyron injured. He looked mad. And nobody's going to tell me any different. I know what I'm talking about. My man was pissed that they didn't play him. He probably said, I'm not 100%, but I want to give it a go. And somebody stepped in from up top saying, yo, we could save $1 million by... He was dressed, but he was inactive. So, you know what? I'll have to look into that, Coyote. I'll have to look into that. What up, Mike? I'm not positive. That's a good point by Coyote. If he was dressed, does he get his game check? Because technically he was active. So my whole bluster might be for nothing, but I need to check into it. It just looked like he was mad from get-go, before anything bad happened. But anyway, I agree with you. Asim Richards should have gotten it. JoJo, I don't understand it. Edoga's not a left tackle. Okay? He's not a left tackle. Everybody wants to shit on Dak, and I'll get to that last play. But, you know, your mental clock gets sped up when you know that the guy that has your blind side sucks ass. Excuse my language. When he's bad, and he's Shady McCoy ass, and you don't that internal clock is spinning, and spinning, and spinning. I hear you, Crystal, but you know how that's going to go. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But Dak's internal clock was sped up because he knew he didn't have a lot of time. That being said, you can't make that throw in the end zone, Dak, but at that point, we were down 2 scores. You can't make that throw. But, you know, it's easy for me to say sitting in my mama's basement yelling and bitching. I'm not going to blame the game on Dak. The only thing I'll tell Dak is you have to run more, bro. You have to run more up the middle when the defenses are playing a certain way. That'll suck everybody in and have to keep an eye in the backfield. Linda, how are you? I'm not doing good, Linda. Miserable out. I'm getting wet. And the Cowboys, not only did they lose, I could deal with a loss. Listen, Dallas always has issues in Arizona. Don't ask me why. It's a bad place for us to play. Weird stuff always happens. But that was uncalled for.
I'm sorry.
Siri, stop. Man, she just shot me the bird. Mike, I think it was some bad play calling and execution as well. Both sides. Agreed. Mike McCarthy was not one of his finest moments, and I'm a big supporter. Hey, Linda, the MG play was a dirty play by the corner. He could have gotten injured. Alina, I'm not going to blame the game on penalties, but you call every friggin' tic-tac penalty the whole game on both sides. You called everything except... Here's my problem with it. The guy that was closest to the play threw the flag and said, pass interference in the end zone. He was the one that made the call. Then a guy from across the field came in. They start talking, making dinner reservations, and the next thing you know, they pull the flag. I have a problem with that. You go to the guy that was closest to the play. We didn't lose because of the flags, but why in the heck? That was a big momentum changer. We weren't doing anything real, exceptional. We had some exceptional moments on offense, mainly running the ball. A shout out to Gallup. A shout out to, what's his name? Number 23, the running back. Our defense got smoked. I am my brother's keeper. I love Micah. Micah didn't play good last night, besides the sack. D-Law didn't play good. Sam Williams was ticking me off. He could have been flagged 3 times for lining up off sides. Our linebackers were non-existent. And Deron Bland, Deron Bland is not an outside corner. Now, he's going to get better, but I told you guys that. It better be a wake-up call. It better be a wake-up call. Ultra Cowboys, C.J. Stroud is top 5 passing in yards and 0 interceptions. Hey, Eastside, Houston looked good yesterday, man. Not the baseball team. Not the baseball team fighting for 6th spot. Your Houston Texans look good. I got to give it up, man. The Texans look good. I think Bland will be fine. Me too. I love Bland. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying I expect people to go after him on the outside. Get ready. Again, I'll be streaming the game at some point tonight after my live stream with Primetime Phil. So we'll see. Come check me out. I expect the Eagles to win tonight. I think we're getting a little carried away with Baker. I do. I think Eagles get the job done. Henario, what's up? It was a bad move to put Edoga at tackle, Tyler Smith. Yeah, Edoga, what are the coaches looking at? He can't play left tackle. He can't. He's been cut by 2 teams the last 2 years. He cannot play left tackle. He's got a guard build. He's played guard well. He can handle small spaces. He was whiffing, missing the guy altogether playing left tackle. That's the guy that's got your blind side. And you weren't really chipping too much on your side. So, I didn't see nothing I expected to see. I expected to see more 12 personnel. Yeah, when we got to the game and I knew Biotis was out and I knew that Zach Martin was out and Tyron, was out. When I saw that, I was worried. But not for our defense. People tend to forget that Chiefs lost to a winless Colts team last year in Week 3. Ultra, I know, it's not the end of the world, but the one thing that we could rely on, so I thought, was our defense. That's all. It was our defense that let me down, man. Come on. We've seen our offense do this before. Agreed, Coyote. I can't agree. I can't disagree. We were not prepared. Hey, game time. Tampa has good defense. I'm not picking the Eagles to win this game. I hope you're right, Jay Smooth. It's just, you know how it works, man. When we blow something, we get a dagger in the side by an Eagle win tonight by 21 points. Eagles got to have some steam watching our ass choke. Bucks are no slouch. Evans and Goodwin will cook. All right, man. Join the chat tonight, man. Let's go. We just took the Cards lightly. Mr. Cowboy, our record in Arizona is like 1-5 or 1-6 in the last 7. I knew that, but I thought our defense was special. I knew we lost our cornerback. But, man, I don't put blame on any one person. Mike123 says it starts with the coaching. They have called a better game. Man, I didn't like the offensive play calling, man. I did not like it. I thought there were times we should have went for it on 4th, and then there were times when I thought we should have kicked the damn field goal. Well, that's a good stat, man. Thank God. You're keeping me off the ledge, Ultra. That's all I can say. You're keeping me off the ledge. I know. I expect to get better, but I hate this to break you, but this is a personal game for Jalen Hurts. I call players saying he couldn't read defenses, look for him to go after them. I expect them to win big. I'm not going to lie. Hey, Elena, how are you? Red zone offense sucks. That's Mike McCarthy, man. I always my main thing about the offense was we ran too much on first down, okay? And when you get inside the 5-yard line or at the 5, it's hard to pass the ball into the end zone. You're better off passing it from like the 8, 9-yard line. You have more room. There's more room to roam. You help out the defensive backs by going all the way down and trying to throw it there. At that point, you should have just ran the ball right up the middle twice. How come everybody else can run the quarterback sneak, but we can't? Eagles get 3 yards a clip. Why couldn't we? Oh, that's why. We had 3/5 of our offensive line missing. Frustrating, man. Frustrating. Very frustrating, people. And I wish we had one Monday night game. This 2 Monday night game is ridiculous. It's going to cut into me and Phil's show tonight. Hit the like button. Thanks, Regina. It's going to cut into me and Phil's live tonight. We're going to keep it short and sweet. I said maybe go on at 6:30, but I don't think so. We'll probably go on at 7, and we'll probably be out there by 7:30. He's just going to hear me yell for half hour, and then we'll call it. Dax should see tape. Lena says Dax should see tape on moving QBs, reading the defense. Yeah, he's got to move. If he's not moved, the only way Dak is special is when he's mobile. I'm not saying he's got to run like Jalen Hurts. There's only one Jalen Hurts, but you're going to have to call some designed runs. That helps your offense. There were a few plays that should have been made, regardless penalties or not, just my opinion. Mike123, did the CeeDee Lamb thing annoy you? You got to make the catch. He gave up on the catch to get the call. Ultra says the Bucs defense is loaded. Well, hey, that's good. I love CD. You gotta make a more of an attempt to make the play. Gallup as well. I mean, you gotta lay out for a ball. You sell it better than that. You can't just expect to get a flag in the end zone. You're the Cowboys. You're not gonna get it. As him as well as the one that cooks. Well, Dak was thrown behind some guys last night. Sometimes Dak's that way. I'm not saying he was horrible, but there were some iffy ball placements we ran on first down repeatedly. I didn't like that. I could see the thought process in it, but it was too predictable. Too predictable. When we had success running, it was usually in the second and third downs. Gallup should have had a lot like TD once again. Dak underthrew him. Yeah, that's why I said he was a little off. I'm not here to crap on Dak. That's my quarterback. But he didn't have a great game. That being said, he threw a touchdown. I didn't think he was horrible. Outside of that last throw. But, it ain't the easiest thing to do when you're down 2 scores and throw, which is why I wanted us to kick the field goal. But I know, I keep repeating myself. I know. The ball to CeeDee should have been higher. CeeDee was open for... I know. So I said he didn't have a good game. It's not any one play. It was everything. That's why I said Arizona does weird stuff to us. It wasn't just one play, people. It was multiple plays. It was offense, defense, special teams. We had a killer return by Kevontae Turpin, only to be brought back by yet another friggin' penalty. Just remember that. We got the ball down to the 25-yard line. That's another penalty. Running, yeah, Coyote, exactly. Running QBs, and we got 3 of them in our own friggin' division. Excuse me. We got Danny Dollar Store. We got Jalen Hurts who can run all over our ass if we let him. Henry Hill, what up? For me, Dak in 9 years, and he still looks like a rookie throwing. God-awful picks. Yeah, I know, man. In the red zone. See if triple coverage. Yeah, any number of people, Henry, any number of people could have caught that. That was a bad call. Time to move on from Dak. Can't pay $40 million to a QB who can't play in the elite level. I think Romo. I don't know that Romo would have made that throw. Shots fired. That throw wasn't, the throw that killed us, though. Philly D, what up, man? Tough for the Dallas fans, but only week 3. I know, Philly. And once we get into the Eagle game tonight, I'll be on with Mark at some point, or he's going to, after my live with Primetime, or I may stream. I don't know. I got to figure it out. Just keep a look so you guys can stop in. Logan, you excited or what? You get to see the game tonight. Another primetime game for the Birds. To my Philly peeps, I am a Phillies fan. We got one more to clinch. So, one more to clinch a playoff spot. How about them Cowboys? I'm excited. Thanks, man. I know. Logan's rubbing it in. I'm keeping receipts, man. Don't be upset when it comes back around. So, listen, man, we weren't going to go with 17-0, but it's how we lost. That's the part that bothers me. One game does not make it. That's what I say, Linda. But Logan, he's awful chesty. Honestly, McCarthy screwed up the play calling. 3 running plays in less than 5 minutes and needed 2 TDs. Yeah, man, I don't understand what he was. I don't know. I think he needed to go into the cave with Aaron Rodgers and take a hit or something because he wasn't thinking right. We clinching that spot. Yeah, well, at this point, I would think so. And you think it's important that we get the number 1 seed. If I am the Cowboys, I'd try to pry away a Patrick Surtain. I don't know what you'd have to give up a 1. If Philly loses tonight, we're still in first place in the division. I love your positivity, Alina. What's up, Gina Dallas Diva? Ultra Cowboy 49ers started 3-4 last year. Jaquan White, how do you think the next 2 games will go for the Cowboys? That's 2 tough games. I think we win this week. I think it's closer than I would have liked, but we'll get the win this week, and we'll probably lose in San Fran. What up, Prime Time, Phil? Here's the deal. This is what scares me, people, about what I saw last night. If our team can play that way once, it could play that way again. So that scares me. When are we going to see this crap again? When are we going to see it again? Prime, we still going for 7 o'clock, right? 7 Eastern? I'm telling everybody, yeah. I'll just join Mark late. That's all. I ain't worried about it. I'll just go on. Chargers lost Mike Williams to an ACL. That sucks. Ultra, I hate it. I hate it. Dallas has to adjust. Linda says Dallas has to adjust for the run against New England. That's going to be a tough game. The good thing is we're facing a slow quarterback. Mac Jones ain't going to bust out and run. Philly D, everyone lose games, but stopping the run in red zone was the same issue. Yes, we are. Not with a smile, but yes. All right, we'll make it quick tonight, people. We'll try and, I'm going to yell for about 20 minutes, and then we'll be done. Zeke is probably fuming because we could have used him. Well, Zeke's probably all chesty. Hey, I got news for you. Zeke ran for 80-some yards with over a 5-yard a clip average. I was saying you keep Zeke for the goal line. I think we could have used him, but, it is what it is. I will, if I kick off tonight of the Eagles game, I will be over the Cowboy game. Well, now, after the Eagle game, because I got to give it 24 hours. So I will make some comments tonight. I ain't going to lie. LVE looked like hot garbage, Henry Hill says. Losing our 3rd pick linebacker to really... I know, man. LVE did not look great last night. I think they downplayed a downplay to the opponent. They did a lot the past 2 seasons. Bad loss. It's still we them boys. Mike, man, of course it is. I'm not giving up on we them boys. It's just, it reminded me of the Hot Boys at times last night. All bluster and we can't stop the run. You ain't no Hot Boys. You can't shut the run down. They were running all over your ass last night. You got to look you got to look to the player to the left and player to the right in the eye, your fellow teammates, and say, what are we doing? We got manhandled by a bad football team. Cowboys have issues with RPO QBs. They got caught looking. Listen, I went and looked it up because I remember telling Prime Time this. He was with Tennessee last year. They gave us a hard game. I believe we won the game, but he looked good against us. Powers is not the guy to run through the line. Power looked good, but I don't want him to be that guy. I say go to Hunter Lepke. He looked good last night. We didn't even see Deuce Vaughn. Why is he active if he's not going to get a series? Why is he active if he's not going to get a series? I will talk and talk, and I will walk the walk, Brian. Okay, Logan. Me too, big guy. Trade for A.J. Dillon. Send Green Bay 2 number 2s. That's a lot for A.J. Dillon. Ran up the middle and touched for a TD. Yeah, I'm getting annoyed just reading this. Damone Clark was even worse. Needed to play Wanye Thomas in the box. You didn't see a lot of Bell. Marquise Bell. Lord Nova, we're going to be fine. We'll get better. All right, Lord. I trust you, man. Lord Nova, I hope you're right. It's always Dallas Cowboys for life. Eugenia, I ain't giving up on this team, but I got my 24-hour rule. I'm going to call it how I see it and then move on. They let us rush fast, gash us. That's a good point. That's what I was saying about Micah. Micah was like, he reminded me of the Tasmanian Devil. I am, Twiz. I'm ready. I'll be streaming. I don't know who. Maybe Mark said he'll join me, but I just gotta finish with Phil first. What's up, Lord Nova? Lord Nova, he's probably hurting today, man. We blew an opportunity to put some pressure. You know, truth be told, I told you guys that I thought we would be a couple games back after 5 games from the Eagles. So the fact that we are where we are, if we win next week, I had us 3-2 after 5. So, unfortunately, Lady Libra. But if you could do that once, you could do that again. That's the scary part. If our defense could play that way once, when you come out and you tweeting out, I am my brother's keeper, this is for Trayvon, didn't look like you guys are playing with anything, or you were too emotional. That's what coaches are for. Coaches are supposed to dial you guys back, which is crazy. Put your first 3 picks in the draft absolutely useless. That's bad, real bad. Well, I like Schoonmaker. He just didn't see any action last night. Schoonmaker didn't do much last night. Not many tight ends did. I hope Eagles ready to play. Logan, I think they're going to be fine. Sup, Philly D, I hope you never know our pitchers get hot. Schoon had a drop. Dan Quinn needs to be blamed more than Mike McCarthy. I think it's a team loss. I think Mike McCarthy's play calling was horrendous, and I think Dan Quinn didn't have his team ready to play. So, we scored 16 points, man. That's not good enough. Was I having a nightmare last night? What happened? William Tilton, it was definitely a nightmare. The last thing I wanted to do was that reaction video, but I needed a little time, and then my computer was giving me issues. I was getting annoyed. My internet was really spotty last night. But Ultra says it's a DQ loss. Well, DQ's not going to do that back-to-back, so that's the one good thing. I just, I just wanted to have a little something extra, you know. It would have been nice to be 4-0 going into that Niner game. It's not going to happen now. But I will see everybody tonight. Don't forget, 7 o'clock Eastern, me and Prime Time are going to go through the carnage leading up and into the Eagle game. And then I'll be streaming a little bit. Unless Phil wants to stay on and stream, then we'll just roll right through it. That's up to Phil. But I do want to start, because if I don't live stream tonight, that's fine. I'm cool with not live streaming. Maybe, you know, if Phil wants to stay on, that's up to you, my man. We could do it. Maybe I'll be ahead of you tonight. It's not so bad when it's not the Cowboys, but when it's the Cowboys and it's all negative plays happening, and I can't even watch it, and I hear Phil say, "Oh, jeez, oh, that sucked. Another penalty." I'm like, oh, man, it was literally boiling my blood pressure. But that's it for me. I'll see you guys tonight. Hope everybody has a good, safe rest of their day. I'll see everybody later. Peace.